I'm not expecting the Talk To feature, as I've previously mentioned, to provide any new information, but I thought it would be a decent spot for me to start this episode because we are going to jump straight into the next game. Well, it's a good thing you're a goalkeeper and you don't have to worry about the formation, you'd only have to worry about saving the ball. So, we are going to get into that game now. It is against Rostock. This is the first time this season that we're going into a game outmatched, but not by much. I think there's still a good chance that we can get something out of this. I'm turning the radar off. I don't get much use out of it and it'll help me see the field more clearly. Oh, that's... Yep. And now I'm going to have to sub off a man. I'll probably do it at the half-time interval. You should be able to play through it since there's only injury time to go in this half. It's only a yellow injury, so we should have Amend back sooner rather than later, but it means Brams is going to get an extended run this month. Well, their keeper came out and gabbed it back clear. I was hoping for a moment he would miskick that so we have a chance. So what if I use this formation to have Helmesberger further up to the striking area because he's the best striker we have left, and then I tell my team to attack a little bit faster. Mind you, we might not need Helmesberger. Berlichingen is already 3, and he's passed it to Ryan, and that's a goal. What's going on here? It was just kicked into space and no one ran after it. Well, in the end, it doesn't matter what happened late in the game because nothing came of it, and the draw that I was hoping for has indeed come to fruition. So here's the injury report. It's only a week. Amend will be back for fixture 7. That is because fixture 6 is on the very next turn and we're up against Freiburg. This is going to be another tough one, but because Freiburg are one of the best teams in the league, we've actually managed to pack the stadium today. Your attendance in any given game is affected by the reputation of the opposition as well as the weather. If you have a roof, you can mostly mitigate the effects of bad weather, but we don't have one right now and we can't get one until we get the next stadium upgrade. Rhine! Can't get too far ahead of myself here, even though we're still leading into the second half. We've still got 32 more games after this one. Plenty of time for our form to take a dip. That could have been it right there, but they bungled up who was supposed to receive that cross, and then the shot was weak. And we have the ball in their end in injury time. Yes, the whistle is going to be blown, and our good run continues. Our first chance now to look at the results of a PR move. Yes, a success. These are really just coin flips, so you have a 50-50 chance of getting a successful or failed PR move. And here is, presumably, who was it again? Amend. So he comes back in good form too, and this is basically our best starting 11 with the exception of Giesen, who isn't in the best of form right now, so Kruger is once again starting against Aylen. It's looking like he's angling for a direct shot. No, he goes indirect. We may still concede from it though. Oh, there was an unmarked Kaluzny. Taking the short corner. It's a fake. Blon with a great bicycle kick. Actually, this is going to be an own goal. Blon has hit it, but it's come off Tan's head as well. I'm a little bit worried because we've already given up 1 to a 3 kick, and that was a missed header, but someone had the blonde guy's back. I couldn't see who it was. We extend our undefeated run to 6, and if you can't win, then you at least want to not lose. And now we're bringing in another Yuffie. Oldenburg is going to recruit Oldenburg because Oldenburg is looking pretty good when it comes to intercept and marking. For some reason, there is no tackle attribute in this game, at least not visible. It might be a hidden tackle attribute. This upcoming game is against Munich, who are our mirror image in regards to philosophy. They go full defensive. The only thing they have in common is that they do the 4-4-2 diamond, just like us. Ginster through after making that tackle, but a good save. Ryan with a rebound. Oh, the keeper was able to recover just in time. Still on it. Ludwig did not get the gap to go. And now we're going to get counter-attacked. This is what I was afraid of when I saw that full defensive formation. Oh! The keeper was about to go after that, but he stopped at the last minute, and that let Helmesberger get what I think was the Goofy R bicycle. Oh, but we might be about to... Oh, Geeson! If it feels like I'm skimming over large portions of these matches, that's because we do have a match coming up later in the episode that I would like to cover mostly in full. But yes, we keep our brilliant form up by beating Munich. And the volunteer work was also a success, so we had 2 successful PR programs out of 2 this month. One more game to round off September against Dresden, and we just came off a conditioning training in practice, so our team is looking really good for this one. A great block. It was either Brams or Hafez that made that block. Couldn't quite tell. We're still 0-0 going into the second half, although Dresden are threatening. Our players are back, however, and it's another good block. This time I know it was Hafez who made it. Oh, and that's a second yellow for Heiss. He's off, and now we have a really good chance. There's been a gaping hole in their defense ever since the send-off, and we finally may take advantage of it in injury time. And the fans are not happy. They thought they were going to get a point out of this. We have won another game, another groined out 1-0. And actually, far from being a build-up season for us, we've been winning so much that we're already second in the league. Wait, I just realised in the newspaper that says the score ranking best 10, it says Oliver Kahn is ranked number 1 with 24 goals. What? Well, anyway, Stuckenschmidt is this month's MVP, and we also got 4 players into the best 11, although Kosaka probably shouldn't be there. He didn't play enough games to be eligible. Ah, we've got more youth joining. You don't necessarily have to scout them out yourself. You get an intake every 3 months. We'll go assess them just as soon as I've sorted out our schedule for the month. We have the derby against AS Leipzig. We've also got to play the qualifying round of the Cup. Also, we have to sell some new merch because some of our stock has sold out. Specifically, we sold out the t-shirt and the football boots, the latter making us some decent money. We still have the flag and the yearbook for sale. I think it's time I add the scarf and the club logo ball I will also be selling. Our new trio in the youth squad, Furchesberg, Groman and Curl. Curl is not going to amount to much. Groman, however, has a chance of making it into the first team at some point. I was planning to do this at the start of the episode, but I just remembered it now. Want to see something cool? Bam! This is a texture pack by Nexus Draco, aka Kitsunet. It adds official logos for all competitions and clubs that didn't have official logos, and I will play with this texture pack on from here on out. Let's move on. As we are at home against Paderborn, and this texture pack is quite comprehensive. The Division 2 logos are all in place, and also if teams have changed their logos since this game's release, she used the era accurate logo. Oh, the piece of cutlery is free, and we may be... Oh, after all of that, we concede against the team we should be beating. Got to keep our heads down and try and get this goal back. We are playing a flank play, which seems to be working well, and it does. It's Baumgart getting on the scoreboard for the first time this season. Oh! The goalkeeper was out of position. Ginster with an interception and just blasts it. So now we're just going to hold on for 5 minutes, and a direct shot from that far out isn't going to worry us. Oh, it looked like we were going to pile on there, but we didn't need the goal, so I'm not that frustrated that we failed to convert that one. But there is one other club that could derail our winning streak, and we are playing them right now. Yes, it's the derby, and look at these plastics! It wouldn't surprise me if these are the only 4 true fans of the club they have, and the rest of them are just coincidentally wearing purple shirts in the background. Unfortunately, despite being in form, Burley Chingen, there's just no space for him in a game this important when everybody else is that much better. We have the edge over Lorenz Adorf's team, but as we know, games are never played on paper. Yes, he indeed named the stadium after himself. Another thing he's done is place his own face on all of the ad boards. So you can tell how much of an egomaniac he is. As they take the bulk of the possession in this early going. This is a dangerous position, and amend with the block! That offside call is going to release the pressure valve, as now there's a chance for SV Leipzig 91 to press down at the other end, and Helmersberger almost had that. Sadly, the Gab was not on target, but Ginster is now free. Rebound Helmersberger, he scores! Oh, and this is always a pleasurable sight whenever you score against the rival team. Lorenz Adorf is furious. Oh, and look at us, we're on the attack again. The defense was a little bit too strong, but Riefmuller manages to get onto it and does not shoot. Cross to Baumgartner, chance to centre it, a second chance to centre it, but just a little bit too close to Job for that to work out. Notice that Stuckenschmidt wears keeper gloves for some reason, even though he's an outfielder. Well, I shouldn't be one to question his methods, because he was the MVP of the league last month. And, oh, this is dangerous. But the cross was not accurate. This one is, though. Geeson saves. It's very late in the game, and I have a feeling it's going to end 1-0 to us, because we're at the opposite end of the field to where FRC needs to be. I didn't even get a chance to sub any of my players on because there were just no stoppages in play. But that aside, very happy with how this went. Helmersberger unassisted, the only goal. Amend, however, with the block early in the game, gets man of the match. Five shots, 3 on target to 2. And now Lorenz Adorf wants to invade our clubhouse to get some revenge. Kick him! Kick him out! Security! The first time our PR has failed in the playthrough. We did get 3 successful PRs before our first failure, so our overall luck in this regard has been pretty good. Unterhaching at home. This is going to be 2 teams that like to attack. I saw they're playing 4-3-3. Oh, that's trouble, that's trouble. And that's still trouble, but a nice clearance. Oh, this could work for them. Oh, it has. They've managed to take the lead. Okay, this is easily one of the weirdest formations I've put out there. I wanted Guden to sub on, but the most tired player was Marshall, and I didn't have another left back, so I decided to have the left back, in this case, play just a little bit more forward so it can be technically count as a defensive mid. Now here's a cross. And now Ryan's intercepted that, and he gets us back on the board. Well, and there's another interception off a failed Gab. Ginster has managed to tap one in. Ref blows his whistle. We had a chance to make it 3. 2-1 will do. Doesn't matter how much you win by as long as you're winning. What's FRC doing here? I thought I told security to kick a dork out. So up next, we have the Prime Cup qualifying match. And as you can see, win or lose, we do play in a cup. With that in mind, this is the lineup. This is all of the players that I've only been able to play occasionally in the league because they're just not good enough to be regular starters. But here, let's see what they can do. Oh, that's a good through ball from Arlen. They're going to score that for sure, yes. He made it more difficult than it should have been, but Daniel is on the board. And it looks like they might be taking it too. Good save from Kruger. But we haven't looked like being able to make that first goal back. When I look at the team comparison, I was expecting Aylan to be better than us, but no, it's actually still pretty much even with my second string. Nonetheless, they haven't been able to fire this game, so if they ever wonder why they're on the bench a lot, this is why. In fairness, it's not over yet, and you should have shot that, Shank. You had a good angle. But yeah, that's how the game ended. That's us out of the primary cup. We're going into the secondary cup, which is kind of what I wanted anyway. As you can see, Arlen, we were perhaps lucky not to go 2 down. And a fragile connection in my headset setup caused static in this last part of the recording. So I'm here doing post, away game against Bochum, who should be doing better in the league than they are so far. They're not underperforming as badly as Freiburg, but I would have expected them in the promotion hunt, and yet they're about 8th. Scoreless first half, but then in the second, Baumgart crosses it to Ryan. He does not connect on it, but he is able to run back for it and whip in a second cross, which Lynn Patner gets onto it. It's his first goal since August, and it's a very crucial goal. Every goal in this game is crucial. Bochum, however, had a really good chance of securing the tie with this shot, only for it to be weak and saved by Gießen. We come away with yet another victory, and as you'll see in the league table, that puts us 4 points clear at the top and 10 points clear of promotion. Promotion is top 3 with no playoffs. And of course, a great month like that means more end-of-month rewards. Ginster was the MVP this time, and because no one scored more than 2 goals, he also claimed the goal-scoring title by default. Going into next month, we only have 4 games next month and 3 the month after that as we head towards the Christmas break. So will be a bit of a shorter episode next time, but no less important as we find out if this form is here to stay and if we really can win the title with a starter team.